All right. Give me the cue.
Wake your game up, man. Top of the morning to everybody, bro. What's going on, everybody? How
Hey,
y'all
top of the morning, y'all. Wake your game up. Let's go.
your
Episode
game
2.
up, boy?
Yeah, this thing. You know what I'm
Get your
saying? I go
coffee
by the
on.
name of Bogart
Drink your
Scott
choice.
Free. Man, let's go around the horn. Let everybody know.
Morning. Top of the morning, boys.
That's right. I just finished my first cup of coffee. I'm gonna be moving over to the old breakfast beers and then get this thing rolling with y'all. It's a beautiful day out here today. That's for sure.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, it's a little muggity already over here. Is that a
Yeah.
word? Muggity?
No, I think you have an extra letter in there somewhere. I don't think muggity is a. It's a muggy.
But doesn't muggity doesn't it feel like it describes what I'm trying to describe?
Well, I mean,
Like
maybe in
mucky.
most worlds.
Mucky and mucky and all that shit. Fucking
Yeah.
mucky.
Yeah, there you go. We can combine some words and make it our own. Yeah, I like that.
Man. JD, what's happening, man? How you feeling?
Man, everything good, bro. How everybody doing this morning, man?
I couldn't even complain.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Fine, good.
What you talking about, bro?
I actually can complain. My dumb ass don't have no papers. Crispy ass backwoods. You know what I'm saying? If I can. But yeah, you know what? But we won't go down that rabbit hole. And shout out to everybody watching on the Gen Wealth Net. Shout out to everybody watching on the Heart to Start. And shout out to everybody watching on the Guru Nation. We will be expecting old Spencer Guru. He'll be pulling up here in a few. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, we got a good show for y'all. We got a really good show for y'all. You know what I mean? We're gonna update you on a couple things training camp so far. We got some unfortunately we got some lists of some injuries. But we're definitely gonna go ahead and break it all down for you. So maybe 1 second.
I think somebody's TV is on in the background or something because I can hear echo.
Is that you, Lee?
Just turn the volume down and it'll probably go away.
I got it. It was probably my phone. I got it.
Yeah, definitely turn that thing.
Is that good?
Yep.
Okay.
Look at Lee. So how's it over there in where you at? Fort Worth?
Fort Worth, about 92 right now, about almost 11 o'clock.
God,
Hey.
hold on. What is it over here right now? How many degrees is it?
You got to think about what?
It's 72 right now.
72 right there, yeah.
72 right now. I think our highs are 100 today, right? JD, is that what we're in?
It's gonna be the heat wave is coming back. We just got out of the wave where it was playing around 105 to about 110 consistently for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yep.
Hey,
I
bro,
did the same thing, and it went away for about 4 or 5 days, and it's back again. I'm like, no thanks, I'm good.
it's so crazy because, man, that heat wave thing, when it was hitting, like, they was texting me like, hey, man, you got a bunch of shit in your garage, unplug everything. I was like, okay, word. Like, you know what I mean? But then, like, because they weren't playing, motherfuckers should be catching on fire and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just having your things plugged in the outlets when it gets that hot. You know what I mean? I didn't really consider that. And I'm like, oh, you know what I mean?
Facts. Even in like my little side hustle or even at work, you know what I mean? When you playing with that gas powered stuff and you spark something at the wrong time at the wrong place, you can start a baby fire. Like when we be having our heavy equipment operators when they be out there flailing fields in our department, because sometimes we have open fields and you got to knock all that stuff down before the 4th of July because them fireworks when they come down.
Oh yeah, because like set that thing ablaze.
But also sometimes it's been times where they'll do it when it's too hot and they'll hit a rock with them blades on the
the lawnmowers
on
everything and it's sparking and it on everything big old
snap. I didn't think of that. It'll spark. Yeah, because them sparks will jump off right when that blade hit that thing, bang, and then shoot the sparks on the joint, and that shit just catch a blaze.
It miss facts, bro.
Yeah, bro. I don't do the fire.
Yeah, for real.
I saw
shout out to all the
fire
draft.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them. They running into the fire. I had the homie. He came from the war, right? He was a Marine, and one of the first jobs he got when he came back, because he's like an adrenaline junkie. So he got where they drop the firefighters in the middle of the forest fires, run around putting the flags and directing the motherfuckers to drop that pink shit. You know what I mean? So he directing the helicopter.
Yeah.
I said, damn, bro. He's like, yeah. He's like, man, it's a rush. You get on that ladder, boom, you climbing down that ladder. You know what I mean? They dropping you in the middle of the eye of the fire and shit. I'm like,
That's an adrenaline rush for those guys, man. They jump into that career going, man, that's fucking tight. Let's do it.
Right? They're like, sign me up.
For real.
Yeah.
They don't even ask how much it pays.
They're like, fire? They're like Beavis in the fucking was it
fire.
Yeah. When he's like
when they was kids. They love fire when they was kids.
Yeah.
We all did.
Pyros.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed like setting things on fire, but then like until everything went all wrong one time. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? I remember we used to take like old toys and blow them up and shit, or like set them on fire and like put in a coffee can full of all kind of fucking gunpowder or a firecracker powder, and it just boom, boom. And until one of them days that fence caught on fire, I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, it could have burnt the whole house down, but yeah. And then definitely got burnt up. A gang on my arms and shit, trying to fucking flash this fence with a blanket. I was trying to do everything.
Was you able to get it out, or you had to get somebody?
Yeah, no, we got it out. That fence got the business though.
Oh,
that fence definitely got the business, and it was an older fence too. So you know what I mean. And I will say this, I learned this too, because I got to do this. I've been over here for a year, bro, and I just thought of this right now. I got to definitely treat my fences over here. Because they don't do that shit. They told us we got to do that. I'm like, okay, word.
You have to do a bogey?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What?
I mean, yeah, even like insulating the house. I mean, insulating pest control, stuff like that. Before they used to they used to come and do it. Used to come and spray just at least the initial. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like you gotta do all that shit yourself. You gotta treat the fences yourself. You gotta do all that shit yourself.
Yeah, we have some crickets that are like they are big, and I'm like, God damn! I walk in my bathroom and I'm finding them dead crickets and it's cold.
Hey, you got snakes by you?
Huh? We have in the back of my house. We have a pool in the back of our house, right? In the back, we have a small little creek. So we get every crick and crawl animal you got to imagine. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, you got a creek back there too.
Yeah. So we got like.
Oh, that's right. Because you said that joint be flooding sometimes.
Yeah. But then again, hypothetically, I get all these little geckos and my little dogs go out there. I got one of them that run and chase these damn things. I'm like, come on now, man. My other house, like, what's going on? And she comes in with a freaking gecko in her mouth. I'm like, oh shit, I'm dead.
Hey, listen, if they get that leg or that tail, that gecko's gone. It's like, fuck it, screw it. Have the leg.
She's like, you get these big ass water bugs, man, and they things humming like at night. You're like, because of the pool. I got the pool light on. I'm like, I'll go swimming at night, and it's beautiful at night, but man, I can go out at midnight, 2:00 in the morning, go swimming. It's still 90 degrees outside.
That was the whole premise of the lizard character in Spider-Man. Because remember, he had lost his arm from the war or some shit.
Yep.
So like his whole life, his life's work was trying to break down how the lizards are able to grow back their limbs. And then he's like, you know what? I'm turning myself into a lizard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Seems fair enough, right?
Hey, I was just watching the Minions, and that motherfucker, he was his superpower was a roach.
Yep. He was a roach? Oh, they don't never die.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker, man.
Hey, during that, I cried the whole movie, bro. I was laughing the whole.
What movie was that?
The new one? I got to. Hey, my kids love the Minions. I ain't seen the new one yet, though. I got to check that out.
I haven't seen the new one yet.
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious.
You know what's so dope about that movie series is they got like legit celebrities doing the voices. It's like, you know what I mean?
Oh, everything.
Like I think they had like Nick Cage and like Sandra Bullock, and they just doing like they're just making noises and shit.
No, they get the job done though.
Oh yeah, man.
One thing that they do, the Minions don't play.
Hey, real talk though, bro. If there's a banana on the line, bro, they'll get it done.
Get it done,
They'll
bro.
get the job done.
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, Lee.
Yo,
This was interesting. We'll start with a little exercise. Go ahead. You had some of them. You had some 5 burning questions before training camp for some of those teams. Hit us off with some of those. Those were
all right, let's go off on a couple of them. Okay, we got. Oh God, let me go. 5 burning. Okay, let's start off with the Dolphins. What do we got for Tua? You think they got to get his extension done by the beginning of the season, or what?
Go ahead, JD. What you think?
Man, you know what? I think they're gonna make him wait it out.
I'm with you.
He might be in the same boat as Dak. They both
haven't really done it yet, right? Like, even though you're putting up all the numbers, you just haven't got them playoff W's.
Yeah, but if I'm Miami, I'm definitely signing him. There's no way I want to start all over again.
Oh, for real, for real.
If Dallas is playing hardball because you got both, you got the quarterback and the coach tied to lame duck situations, and it's and like how we was talking off camera, they haven't fell off on their offense. You know what I mean? Everything is still the same. So you can probably lock them in for 11 to 12 wins, 10 wins, 100.
Yeah.
But why, if that's what it is, and that's 4 straight seasons, why not pay the young brother? Now with Tua in their situation, they ain't had a quarterback in so long. They've been searching for a long time, and this young brother, he's still 25, 26 years old.
And what do you think they would try to do if they didn't pay Tua? Go after Dak? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see them not paying Tua, right?
They got no choice but to pay Tua.
And
you
he's
could tag
still
him.
growing.
You'll be able to tag him.
And he's still growing under McDaniel's situation. You know what I mean? And McDaniel ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So why not keep your quarterback and your coach tied together? Let's go ahead and pay this young brother.
Exactly.
If Tua's asking for the highest, you know what I mean? Tua wants to reset the market, in which I don't think Tua should reset the market. I think Dak should, because 3 straight years of winning football MVP conversation. So yeah, but to answer your question, I don't think that they're gonna get it done though.
Hey, Bo, do you think Kendall Fuller is a good addition to the Dolphins?
Yeah, 100%. They need a good nickel, and he could play out. He could play out wide too. Like, he's a really good cornerback. He's so good that the year that the Chiefs finally won it, he had got shipped off to Kansas City. Him and Alex Smith, right?
Yep.
So they were like, "Fuck it, send them rings too." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because they were pretty much a part of it and just missed out on that year finally. And then I think did they bring back Kendall Fuller at one point too? In this past couple seasons, I can't remember.
They just brought him back this offseason. They didn't do that. They just brought him back.
And it's but now Kendall Fuller is with the Dolphins. It's a savvy little veteran pickup right there. Yeah.
And plus, they got time. Now they got John.
They don't have Xavier Howard. He's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They still got Ramsey.
Yep.
But Ramsey, at this point, to me, I think he's best suited as a number 2 guy. I know they got some youngsters over there, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head who they are. And it's really about their safety. Yeah, it's really about their safety over there.
What do you think about Terrell Armstead in year 12?
He's over there with Jags.
Yeah.
It's a much needed position for them.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, what can we do on the Jags? Run up the gut. That's going to be a big addition for them right there to clog that middle up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teron, how many games has he played though? Isn't his track record from going to New Orleans to Miami to now in Jacksonville? Well,
you're talking about Armstead, the lineman.
Armstead, yeah, that's
that's what I'm talking about. That's not.
Yeah. I forgot we were on the Dolphins talk. Yeah. Shit, bro. If he could stay healthy, if he could stay healthy, man. With the Dolphins,
exactly.
But they still produced the leading passer without him majority of the year last year. You know what I mean?
True.
And they kind of, in semi-Niner fashion, they traded up some good assets to go ahead and bring over a guy that hasn't really done anything for them. You know what I mean? Circa Trey Lance. You know what I mean? With the Niners, spent some draft capital to get a guy that we ended up just chucking. I don't see them doing that with Armstead, but he's if he gets healthy, bro, that offensive line, and they need him. He's on that right side. No, he's on the left side, which is the blind spot for him, for Tua. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not the blind spot. I'm sorry. That's his strong side.
It's the strong side, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I forgot he's a lefty.
Oh, there should be some tight end competition going on. You got Jonnu Smith there now. They finally got something positive there.
I don't know. I'm not really. Don't really. When it comes to fantasy,
it's nothing down in Miami.
Yeah, I'm not really fooling with any of them dudes. Jonnu's a good talent, but yeah, I mean, you're probably looking at some random touchdowns here and there. Outside of that, I don't think we're going to see a floor of production on a week-to-week basis.
But JD, do you see OBJ getting volume in Miami or just being the wide receiver 3?
Decoy.
Hey, he is though, because
yes, sir.
I mean, he was in Baltimore. What do you have? 40 receptions?
But he was still in those post-game. He was in those post-game conferences right next to Lamar, though. Like he was doing all kind of shit. Like, bro, you ain't doing nothing, man.
OBJ.
Top of it, fellas. Beer for breakfast. Top of it.
Yeah, top of it.
Hey, bring that back into the screen. I want to see what you be sipping on.
Well, there's the parrot. Oh, I got the green screen effect on. So it's kind of like Paradise Park.
Nice.
Paradise Park. Urban South Brewing.
Okay.
I see you.
Sir.
Urban South Brewing, give me money.
Back.
Yeah.
Preach. Yeah, because I got a guru rant for y'all.
Okay, let's go. Let's hear it. I love these.
Not having a steady home base sucks. I'm so tired of having to bounce from house to house. This shit is getting old. I haven't even been doing it but a week yet. I might just say screw it and put up with the beat up AC because man, it's having to go across town and shit sucks because I'm tired of it already. But
you know what though? You can't put a price on a good night's sleep sometimes.
Exactly.
Well, that's true though. That's true though. And if it's like,
I don't need sleep, me personally.
I do.
But like, yeah, if you are a type of person that you can't put a price on good sleep, you know what I mean? Like,
facts. Yeah, and I ain't been getting it as much lately, so I've been a little grumpy. But we still here though, you know, we still pushing that boulder uphill. No excuses. Appreciate y'all holding it down while I was trying to navigate all this crazy shit lately. But yeah, we're holding it down. Cheers, man.
Yeah. Cheers, brother. All right.
Welcome to Friday.
Let's go through one more of these exercises. What team? What other teams you got? I know you listed a bunch of those teams, and you had some really great questions, Lee. Let's pick another one.
Hold on. We got. Okay. How about we go Detroit? Hold on.
There you go. Let's go to Detroit.
All righty. So will Hendon Hooker claim the backup role? Yes or no?
Should be.
Yeah, because Teddy Two Gloves retired. So who else do they have? Like,
and Hendon Hooker, he should be like, I think almost 2 years removed now from the ACL.
Yeah, he'll be healthy, you know. Yeah, he'll be 2 years removed from the ACL. He was a hitter in college. If it wasn't for that injury, he may have been a late first, early second round pick. So yeah, I definitely think he wins that backup job. And Detroit upgraded that though, Tino. They took a corner in the first round, Terrion Arnold from Alabama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, and they even had Jeff Okudah not too long ago, but even then they were like, all right, let's flip him for what we can get.
Yeah, I was smart. Jeff Okudah sucks.
Hey, Bogey, do you see Jack Campbell emerging as a defensive leader this year?
I think he could lead that team in total tackles. I think he's a surefire for that, like taking another step forward. I think he had about 89 total tackles last year. And then, but you got the anal zone, my man Alex Anzalone over there.
Get in the zone.
Yeah, you got to get in the zone. So, and he is definitely the leader back there. Very vocal. I don't know.
Yeah, the squad likes that guy a lot, for sure.
Exactly. And I'm sure him coming from the Saints isn't a coincidence because they just knew how to diagnose linebackers, and they had so many that they let Anzalone go, and he found a home in Detroit.
Yeah, because he was always hurt with the Saints, but Aaron Glenn, the Saints, the former Saints defensive coach,
I got some
the Lions defensive coordinator, got Anzalone over there. But what you got?
Just signed this deal.
Okay, good for him.
So what? That's like there's only 2 rookies that haven't signed their deal.
Yep.
I
think it's 2 now. Yeah, Jay just signed his now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably a money thing. It always usually goes down to the guarantees.
No, he won his money up front. His guaranteed money up front.
Oh, he won. Okay,
he wanted it all.
Yeah, man. Does he owe somebody? He's like, listen, bro.
He got plans.
He got plans.
So everything.
He already spent the money. He's like,
Hey,
bro, I'm in this yacht right now that I already told him I was about to buy yesterday, man. Come on, man. Where's my money?
I need mine right now.
He got
money and I want it now.
I mean, yeah, your first round pick. You know, you want what you want.
It's my money and I want it now.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with these rookie deals is that it's just a negotiation thing, but they always get done because the way the CBA is, the rookies don't really have that much leverage in the negotiation.
Yeah, they gave him $21.85 million and 12 up front.
For sure. Yeah, it's just like it just depends on, where you're picked. It's kind of a set rate. Every first round pick's the 4 years plus the 5th-year option. Everybody else is the 4 years. Because of that, they make it to where the rookies are just kind of stuck to where it's like you got to go out and perform. And they did that because of the Sam Bradford shit. Sam Bradford was the last one that got that huge ass contract. He was making more money as a rookie than a lot of veterans at the quarterback position, and they felt some kind of way, and rightfully so, because you got to show it. You got to show it. They had a bunch of idiots get huge contracts.
Famously,
Matt Leinart was one. Vince Young.
Vince Young. Go back a little further. Go back further,
man. They had a whole shit.
The Raiders kid. What was his name?
Were terrible. Jamarcus Russell. Yep.
Jamarcus
Russell from LSU.
I think he just filed for bankruptcy or some shit was recently. Like
I think he did. Yeah,
he ran through that $30 million finally.
And then he got fired or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he was stealing money from the high school charity.
I think so. Yeah, him and Ryan Leaf, bro. They not
Ryan
only
Leaf do that, asshole.
Ryan Leaf got arrested, I think.
Yeah, he's turned his life around.
That's good. Yeah, I've been seeing him because he'll be on Twitter, like people be blasting him, and he'll be on Twitter like, "Fuck y'all, I turned my shit around." Shit. There you go, Ryan Leaf.
I think he's a real model American now.
Yeah, but he sucked playing football.
I mean,
he had to find a new calling because football sure as hell wasn't his calling.
For him. And
it was him versus Manning, right? That was
bro. A lot of people had him ranked over Manning because they said he was more athletic.
Yeah, I mean, shit. He got it was they were guaranteed to be the 1 and 2 off the board that year.
Yeah, it was like Andrew Luck, RG3.
Yeah, and
neither of them had long careers. Both injuries fucked both of them.
You know what it is Andrew Luck,
Jameis and Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
career backups. They're still in the league.
And then there's Carson Wentz and
Jared Goff.
But like Carson Wentz is nowhere to be found, but he actually has a ring. And then there's Goffel, who's he's had a Super Bowl trip and a couple NFC title games under his belt. So
Goffel's definitely had the better career. It's funny though because starting out, everyone was saying Wentz. Like after 3 years in the league, everyone's like, Goff sucks. Wentz is that dude. But then Wentz got hurt. And then Goff has just had a steady, nice career, kind of like a Matt Ryan type career. Just steady, not a superstar, but steady, consistent, and that can lead you if you got a good defense and good weapons. You can go to the Super Bowl with that.
That's true.
Yeah, like I hate it when people ask me the question about is the Brock him for the Niners, and I said, well, forever he's going to get used as an excuse, like, oh well, it's the weapons, it's Shanahan and the system, and it's the defense, and the run game, and they're always going to make an excuse for him. But the question I hate the most is like, well, what if we had Dak, you win a Super Bowl? What if you had Jared Goff, you win a Super Bowl? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, because the thing with him, you'd have to be paying them a lot more. With the Brock, you got him on the rookie deal.
Yeah.
So you got to think, if you had a Dak, you wouldn't be able to. You probably couldn't afford a CMC, Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle. You'd have to get rid of at least one, probably 2 of those 4.
At least 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah, because look at the Cowboys right now. Other than CD, they don't have shit over there as far as weapons. Ferguson's all right, but he's on a rookie deal. Cooks ain't shit. Zeke, they're hurting.
Did Cooks hit for a thou wow last year? Did Cooks hit
Cowboy fans are calling.
Oh hell no! Costa did. He hit for a thou wow on the ground, and then of course CD, he did his shit.
Yeah,
but
CD went.
Dak is gonna mess it up at the wrong time too. At least Brock can.
Yeah, that is true.
That won't.
Yeah, Dak
screw you over when it
choke
matters most.
Yeah, I mean, it Goffel choked,
bro.
Goff was against your Niners in the playoffs last year, so
he actually was whooping her ass.
Yeah, he really was. Well, that was Dan Campbell too. A lot of because Dan Campbell just got, he had the lead, so he thought he had it won, and then he let y'all
Yeah,
back in
they
the
fucked
game.
up in the. I could pinpoint it. It was at the end of that first half. They could have won up 3 possessions, which would have been 3 touchdown possessions. They opt to kick the field goal. And at a moment's notice where you think they would get aggressive on 4th down with probably like 30 seconds left on the clock. So we would have no time on the clock to do anything pretty much. They kicked the field goal. And that came back to bite them in the ass. Like,
yeah, because you know what's funny about that? Like, it's kind of like the Falcons when Shanahan was the OC in the Super Bowl, 28-3, and they blew that. And then Shanahan, learned from his mistakes and then was able to make the comeback.
Shanahan did say one thing, right? Because he got irritated. This like years later. He's already with the Niners. He's like, yeah, people always say, should have ran the ball. You can tell he's irritated, right? He's like, but you got Julio Jones, man. I'm going to take a shot. And then
okay. He's still defending himself.
But then when they were on the 3rd down, this was New England straight up made the play. You see Hightower. If you watch that play, he kind of moseys to the right a little bit more. So he's a little bit more further out in that line. As soon as they snap that ball, he has a straight shot and destroys Matt Ryan, pushes him out of field goal range. And because then that would have been 31-3 right there. That play changed that whole game right there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So yeah, they might have been able to run it on that 3rd down, get a little closer, then kick a safer field goal because they were already in field goal range to begin with. Hey man, Hightower just made a crazy play. You know what I mean? And people will throw it on Shanny like that. And I do the same thing too. You know what I mean? Because after we lost one with Shanahan in almost a similar fashion.
Hey, I've lost 2 now with Shanahan.
Yeah, but that last one was
that was back and forth. Yeah,
sure.
The other one you had to lead the whole time.
Yeah, I would say, man.
Although people blame Shanny for the overtime thing, people blasted him for that.
For taking the ball?
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing: is like, I mean, okay, here's the argument: if we take the ball and they go down and score, right, we have to match with a touchdown. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This is where I think it's stupid, is because they go for the field goal, knowing that no matter what, they at least need to kick a field goal. If we would have went for it right there, and same thing, man. Chris Jones on that 3rd down. Yep. Remember, Juwanna Man Jennings was on absolute fire. They go straight to him. But, man, that motherfucker runs straight past the right guard and just disrupts the play. And he still gets the ball to him, but it wasn't clean. And then we had to kick the field goal. That was, 3rd and 4 on the 9-yard at that point?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know. I get what people would argue, but it's real nitpicky. I mean, they still marched down and scored on our ass. And I would nitpick. It was Steve Wilkes who goddamn he played soft zone that entire drive. What are you doing? And you weren't sending no pass rush.
Didn't y'all fire Steve Wilkes?
Yeah, immediately, 2 days after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
then
I don't think he got on the plane, bro.
How you gonna play fucking zone when you ain't getting there neither?
Yeah, for real, bro. And the whole they rushed us 19 times. I think it was 19 times out of 40-something dropbacks or something like that, or 50-something. How many dropbacks did Brock had? However many he had, 19 of them motherfuckers, somebody was on his ass. You know what I mean?
The right side is terrible.
Yeah, we didn't do shit like that to Patrick Mahomes. And
I wonder if Wilkes was leading the charge to say, okay, we don't need Buckner either. It's like that would have been the guy to have in that
Buckner was long gone years ago.
Yeah,
I know,
but Wilkes wasn't even there at that point.
Yeah, Wilkes was still with Carolina, I think, at that time. But we had that was Rob Saleh. You know what I mean? And,
that was still Rob Saleh.
Yeah,
it was Rob Saleh,
John
DeMeco Ryans, Wilkes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, he was DeMeco Ryans. We're talking 2020 because when we got rid of Buckner.
Well, no, y'all still had Rob Saleh in 2020.
I thought that was the first year he went to the Jets. No,
I think he went to the Jets in either 21 or 22.
I think it was 21.
Okay, if it wasn't 20, it was 21.
Been there for at least 3 years now.
Okay, yeah. He was his last year with y'all was 20. Yeah.
Okay, so it was John Lynch and Saleh that was like, all right, we're gonna get this kid Javon Kinlaw. They got Javon Kinlaw, and he was Buckner 2.0. No,
he's in New York right now. I think
he is. He's a Saleh disciple. He followed Saleh to New York. Same with Solomon Thomas.
That's a good spot for him. Yeah, good spot for him. And
yeah, I mean, he started
too.
6 games for y'all last year. I mean, he's not horrible, 3.5 sacks, but he's
motherfucker
just
don't even got no games played, bro. In his 3 years that he didn't been in the league, he been on the motherfucking IR.
Yeah, 2 years in a row, 21 and 22. He only played 10 games combined, but yeah, he have we gotten any of the topics yet? No, we have
lead it off,
PUP and then the ranking the best to worst offenses. So guess we'll kick this thing off with the PUP joint. And yeah, appreciate everyone in the chat. I see Peacock, Derek, Tina. Thank y'all for supporting. And yeah, thoughts on the players recently placed on the PUP. Chris Olave placed on the PUP, one of many. Thankfully, Olave's thing doesn't sound too serious, but I guess we'll just kick off with that. What are y'all's thoughts? Chris Olave, PUP with a back injury. Any concern, or do y'all just think it's maintenance related?
Go ahead, kid.
Maintenance.
I got the blurb. I didn't really go into it. I know it's back tightness. That's something that can just kind of like go away with a rest. You know, just stay off the field for a little while. You know, recover, and then I'm not really too concerned about him not being there for the start of the season. If it was something if it was like a ligament or something, but like the back, that's common. I mean,
yeah.
That's something that I think we'll be able to avoid a injury.
Injury there.
Yeah, I don't think that one is.
What you think?
I didn't even catch it, bro. I had to refill my coffee. What was the question?
It's all good.
Olave, any concern about Olave?
The camera, so you know how that is.
Hell no, bro. It's still mid-June. I mean July, 100%. You know, and it's only the rookies reporting this week. So you know, I mean, get a young brother a rest. This is 3rd year. Is this Spencer or is 4th?
This will be his 3rd.
3rd year.
You're number 3.
Yeah.
He's still a proven veteran, man. 100%. He deserves some time to go ahead and rest up and get ready for camp. So yeah, go ahead and let him, and maybe even take the first week off. Are they playing in the Hall of Fame game?
Nope.
No.
Here it is.
Chicago and Houston.
Hey, here it is. Here, oh my mama. He gonna have. He ain't got nothing to worry about for him in fantasy. 100%, bro.
Yeah, and if there was anything, before we move on to the next player, if there was any concern, it would be if this lingers longer than we would want, because it is a brand new system there. We want everyone to get acclimated real quick. And I don't know Chris Olave personally, so I couldn't tell you if he's an idiot or not. Because if I knew he was smart, I wouldn't even worry about this at all. Because then there's usually the smart guys that pick up the new systems real fast. Yeah, I have encountered some dumbasses that take them a little while. You know what I mean?
I'd say Olave just from seeing. I'd say he's about average intelligence if I had to guess. He seems all right. He doesn't seem like a genius.
He's
but he
probably not
like
getting stuck in a revolving door, is he?
No, he ain't. No, he ain't. No, he's not Michael Thomas, though.
It doesn't stop.
Sure. He's not Michael Thomas, so that's good.
Just rounding around in that freaking revolving door.
Yep.
Okay, who else you got, Guru?
Shit, well, we got let's see. This is just PUP. Oh, okay. Nick Chubb. I know we talked about Nick Chubb on the last show, and Kidda I was like, Kidda. I thought that would have been a perfect one for Kidda because he talked a lot about Chubb on the last episode, saying Chubb is a great value. But man, I'm concerned about Chubb, man. This is the salute, Derek. This is the second major injury Chubb suffered. No, you're good, bro. We just bringing up your boy, Kidda, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb looking like he'll be on that PUP joint.
Yeah, do you know what's crazy about that? When I heard 500 pounds, I was like, damn. But then I heard it was 584 pounds. I was like, damn. I'm like, okay, yeah. Like that really makes me motivated to go out and grab him way more frequently. I do think that he's a little bit different. I mean, and genetics play a role in recovery, and we've seen it before with Chubb, where he gets a major injury and then recovers quickly. You know, so the Wolverine effect is definitely in his genes. He can withstand the punishment. He's like that Deadpool Wolverine mix.
He's Georgia, right? He's a bulldog.
Yeah, he's a bulldog.
Yeah, you know. And I wouldn't compare his knees to Todd Gurley's Georgia knees neither.
Nope. Yeah, the good thing with Nick Chubb, it's like there's no indication that he's had arthritis. That was the thing with Ty Gurley. The reports came out that he has having early onset arthritis.
Yeah, at the age of like 22.
Yeah, they haven't said any of that about Chubb, so hopefully that's a sign that he's got the good genetics, like Kid is saying. I mean, like Derrick Henry. I mean, certain guys just have the great genetics. Frank Gore, where they're just able to run, to an age that most can't. So let's hope Chubb's one of those guys. I mean, I just law of averages, though, just tell me that coming off that injury, he's probably not going to be as effective as usual. But if he goes dirt cheap, like we mentioned last show, if he goes like 9th, 10th, just double digits, super cheap, I'll for sure take a chance on him, and you can stash him on the IR. And when he comes back, I mean, he doesn't really have much competition there. I mean, Jerome Ford's aight, but he's nothing special. Donta Foreman is just a journeyman veteran. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not totally opposed to it if you can get him late enough.
And he's only 2 years. I mean, he's only 2 months away from being a year removed from having the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least the injury occurred fairly early in the season. It's just concerning that it was a multi-ligament tear. It was multi-ligament tears.
Yeah, I think there was actually 2 separate surgeries. Like one of them, he had to wait till
it was 2 surgeries.
It was an MCL and an ACL.
And ACL,
on the left knee.
And I think when they initially went in, they thought it was just the MCL.
And then they found the other issue. Yeah.
And then, by the way, your ACL's fucked too. And then they had to wait for now this surgically repaired MCL for all the inflammation to go down. And they went back in. Oh, my bad. I don't know if you guys knew I'm a doctor. You had to wait
Dr.
a couple months.
Yes,
I know. I mean,
Dr. Bodie.
And you had to wait for that inflammation to go down. So he didn't get that second surgery, I don't think, till like late December-ish. So the second one, at least. So this is really fucking amazing that he's like squatting 584 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Next week it'll be 600. Watch. That's how determined he is to get back on the field. If he going from 5 to 584, man, that's a fucking a gym legend right there. Oh, everything.
You remember Tariq Cohen? He was coming back from an ACL, right? Tariq Cohen's a wee little man.
Facts.
But it was crazy because this was like, so now he's posting videos of him working out. Remember that? And he's going hard and boom, bursts his Achilles and shit. Remember that shit?
Yeah, man. It's like, that's why I don't really like, I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a hater here, but that's why I don't really put much stock in the, so-and-so squatting this much. Cause I'm just like, I mean, yeah, it's great to see, but when you're on the field, it's a whole different deal.
Yeah. Until we see him cutting. And that's the only thing.
Exactly. That's the thing, man, is because I'm gonna say this like I always say whenever someone brings up Nick Chubb, is like he's arguably the best pure runner in the game. And you could put Derrick Henry in that combo. You could put Zeke in that combo if you ask me. And that's that, what I mean? Maybe not the last couple years, but just what we've seen in his career. They just, when it comes to pure running, Jonathan Taylor's one. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers is just running, bruh. But yeah, okay. Who else?
Yep. We also got going to another receiver, Big Mike Williams, PUP. This dude just seems to be injured every year. I forgot what I forgot what his injury was.
It was an ACL.
Okay, ACL. Yep. ACL. Yep. Good. A good thing with him though, it occurred early in the season, so he'll have the 9 months. But it's one of those deals to where. With the Jets, it's like, will he be involved enough to be fantasy relevant? And coming off the injury, I don't want any part of it, but I like it. Maybe it's a greasy value. If you can get him in if you're in a deep league, get him in the 20-something round. But outside of deep best ball formats, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, I am a big fan of Big Mike Williams. Back in the days with the Chargers. Now he's with the Jets. It's he's an afterthought. I mean, I think hold on, what's the dog think about Mike Williams?
You're the Jets guy, though, kid. What are your thoughts on Mike? How do you see him fitting into that offense?
He's gonna have a big player or two whenever he's out on the field, but you're not gonna count on him to be the alpha in the system. So luckily in our situation, he would never be the alpha. That's Garrett Wilson, and who knows? All this Devontae talk is kind of starting to hit home. I'm like, God damn, would that be sweet to have Devontae Adams too?
Yeah, and then at that point, Mike Williams, he'd be lucky to see one target a game.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I like Malachi Corley. There are a couple guys that were on the team last year that sat the bench for the most part, but Gibson, and then there's the other guy.
18-0.
Man, I can't think of the guy's name right now, but Aaron Rodgers actually talked about him last year in the preseason, saying to watch out for this guy. And that's always interesting, is when Aaron Rodgers actually vocalizes about an individual. That usually. No, it was who the fuck was that guy? I think his name was James something. Anyways,
Only Aaron Rodgers knows his name.
Yeah, he did Alan Lazard when he
Lazard?
was with Green Bay. I remember he vocalized him, and then he became a thing.
Yeah.
And
Aaron
then
Jones. He vocalized Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron
Jones
Jones,
became a thing
I
over
think he
Jamal.
talked about Malachi Corley, so that's
Oh yeah, he has. Yeah, he
Spoken
has.
of Malachi.
They have a
yeah,
guy,
he's like my favorite pickup of the year, or
Jason
whatever.
Brownlee.
He said he was
Right, yeah,
even before the Jets
Brownlee
drafted him.
Yeah, that guy he's the one that I think could be a dark horse to be that WR3 in the system. You know,
I like some Malachi a lot, man. I like the idea of Malachi with Aaron Rodgers, because I'm just watching Devontae on Club Shay Shay, right? Where like they were talking about the different, going from a super elite QB to like the next guy. You're like, man, what the fuck you doing, bro? You know what I mean? Like Shay Shay was like, if old John put the ball right between my numbers, that means I'm gonna go right. You know what I mean? He said, if he throws a ball and leads me, I got all this open space. And he says, the back shoulder, like, there's reasoning for the ball placement, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Devontae. He's just like, yep, because if anyone watched that receiver on Netflix, showing how he's getting hot at Jimmy, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Like,
killed
God.
for his fucking team. Like. Yeah, man, it's like, the ball placement. That's what Brady talked about. That he was like, I very much focus on ball placement because I didn't want to get my receivers killed.
Yeah, and then there was smoking Jay Cutler, right?
That dude didn't give a fuck.
Ball and be like, get destroyed, Marshall.
Yep, Marshall. Yeah, I was about to say, they were hitters for fantasy, but they took some big legs. Yeah, Tim Patrick's the one that came to mind when Tino asked about who had back-to-back devastating injuries. I think he had the ACL and the Achilles.
Yeah, and then
like
J.K. Dobbins was like, hold my beer.
Yep, and J.K. Dobbins.
With that the ACL Achilles pack.
Thanks.
Yep.
For real.
Yep. Let's hope Aaron Rodgers isn't the next up on that list.
What about
Cam Akers?
Cam Akers, yeah.
Two Achilles, right?
Y'all remember?
Wait, really?
I think it was Achilles again, yeah.
Yeah, and he's trying to make a comeback this year too, Cam Akers.
Yeah, I think he's a free agent.
You heard it here. Stay away. No.
What was that, JD?
Buyer beware.
Lattimore for South Carolina.
Oh, Marcus Lattimore. Yeah, and he is never able to make it in the NFL because of that.
For his injuries.
Oh, wow.
He was a dog in college. I remember him, Marcus Lattimore. Marcus Lattimore and Monty Ball, bruh. Neither one of them ended up a thing.
Yeah, I remember Monty Ball.
Wisconsin, bro. He had one good year with Denver. I remember. Then the next year, I took him in the first round of the Anderson, and he was a huge bust. Yeah, because of C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, and see, that was one thing too, because that year they brought in Gary Kubiak, so it was like it was almost surefire whatever running back was back there because it's Kubiak. And then that year, Monty Ball gets hurt. Then C.J. Anderson becomes a thing. He gets hurt. We get a little bit of rest in peace. Ronnie Hillman, right? Remember that?
Ronnie Hillman.
Yeah, rest in peace, Ronnie Hillman, man. You know,
I hadn't thought of that name in over 5 years.
Right? And then boom, then C.J. Anderson came back to run shit again. Yeah, like you just, that's when he's a product of Mike Shanahan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a plug and play deal. That's why it's like, I want to really hype up Kendre Miller this year, and I think he'll do well. But the only concern I have with that is when the Kubiak system is, Clint Kubiak, Gary Kubiak's son, cut from the same cloth,
just kind of want
similar ideologies. It's one of those things. If Kendre Miller gets hurt or struggles, boom, he'll just insert Jamal Williams, and then if Jamal Williams does well, Kendre Miller's on the bench.
And everybody knows when it comes to pass pro, Jamal Williams has never had below a grade A grading. You know what I mean? Like PFF always, it's every coming out of college, he's been that way. So, you know what I mean? Kendra, yeah, he got, because you're going to need to be able to pass pro. You know what I mean?
Man, it's like, that's why I'm, in a way, it's like two players I find myself kind of torn between and in redraft late as far as the deep, running backs where you're just taking a stab is Kendre Miller and Ty Chandler. And even though Minnesota's offense isn't projected to be that great, as we'll talk about in the offense rankings, like Aaron Jones, we all know his history, and then at his age, to where if he would go down, Ty Chandler could be a dude over there because they're going to run the ball a good amount. J.J. McCarthy's not a high-volume passer. They're going to run the rock over there, and Ty Chandler could end up being very fantasy relevant. So they wake your game up. Well, guess look, I'm putting y'all on game with that Ty Chandler late round.
I can get uglier.
We always can get uglier.
I got uglier for you. Alexander Madison, hey, Madison can low key be something. If they talk about Zamir White, he has the job, but he's not exactly like.
Yeah, I've had to temper my expectations. I recently put Connor. I had him over Connor, but I had to catch myself. I put Connor over him because I'm like, Connor's just way more proven.
They might just be a better offense, right?
Yeah, and the Cardinals, I think, are just a better offense. Like with Kyler,
the Cardinals, they run a way better run.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, I had to catch myself with that because Zamir White, I was all in on that Zamir White pack. I was getting him in all the mocks, but then I was like,
I never can get my hands on any Zamir White.
Probably because I took him pretty high
ripped up
in the gym. I just I was at that point when we did that startup, I was like really feeling Zamir White, but now I'm just like, I'm not regretting it. He's my RB2 in that one, so I think he could still come through. But looking back on it though, I think I would
take him over Zach Moss.
With a receiver instead. Oh yeah, I'd take him over Zach Moss for sure. So Zach Moss is another one I was super high on, but I've kind of had to pump the brakes on them because they're just like, the concept of them is nice, but it's one of those deals to where they've got to show it over a full season before we pay up, big draft capital. James Conner is someone that's shown it that he can get it done. Same with like Rahamador Stevenson. He showed out.
He's hella low key, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one's talking about Rahamador, but it's
Rahamador.
Shit, man. He's one of those ones that, like I said about Ty Chandler, the offense might not be that good, but they're gonna run the shit, run it like shit. Same with the Patriots. They're gonna freaking pound that rock. And Rahamador, because they're gonna be in a lot of ugly, low-scoring games like Minnesota and New England are teams, because they've both got pretty good defense there. Because Minnesota, they lost out on Corky Kirk, but guess what? They used that money to go beef up their defense. They signed like 3 or 4 big names on defense.
I'm Brian Robinson truther. Shout out to B-Rob the Mom. Should I actually be looking at a little bit of Austin Eckler late? Or because I don't fuck with old Austin.
Yeah, I'm not really fucking with that backfield because I think the kid Jaden Daniels is going to cook, and I think the defense is still going to be really bad. So honestly, and I know JD, you're a B-Rob guy, but that was the one I didn't really agree with you on your 3. Big hit running backs. I agree with you on all the others, but to me, the Commandos offense is just an offense that I'm all in with Jaden. I like Terry, even Dotson late, Luke McCaffrey hella late in those deeper joints. But
he's still a rookie QB, and leaning on the run is just something that tends to happen when you have a rookie under center. So
yeah, 100%. And
he can run himself. He'll probably take it himself a lot of the time.
And usually when they are rookies and they're mobile, this is when they run because they don't know any better too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there is that. Yeah, we'll see. It's just too many unknowns to me for me to feel real good about either one of B-Rob or
flex
Eckler.
Plays though. We can evaluate the talent and then just kind of know where
in the same range. Get them like in the mid to late rounds, like the 9th, 10th of single QB, 11th, 12th round of a super flex, and at that point, I'm okay with it because if they bust, they bust.
I think they're good flex plays.
Facts.
It's
gonna be crazy asshole who'll wait and have those guys as the starters.
Damn it! It's a B-Rob week. That's the situation you're gonna run into. I think with those.
Yeah, with bye weeks that come up.
Yeah, B-Rob is going in the 9th round right now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's you know, I mean,
That's my RB2 right there.
178 carries last year.
I'm taking Alvin as my RB1, B-Rob as my RB2.
Yeah, I did that in the mock. I mean, I took James Conner as my RB1, and
Let's
I
go.
forgot who my RB2 was.
I think
Zach
you got
Moss,
B-Rob.
I think.
I think you took B-Rob.
Oh, no, I didn't take B-Rob.
No?
Like I said,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not a B-Rob truth. I think I took Zach Moss as my guy. I probably took
come
him.
on.
But wait, who else? There's somebody else because I was trying to take new players. And I try not to fall in love with the same players.
JD been talking me into a lot of
Warren.
speeders.
That's who it was. Jalen Warren.
Ooh, yeah,
it was James Conner and Jalen Warren.
Oh yeah, that's
Warren
good,
G.
That's a good stack right there.
Yeah, because my first three was my fucking CJ Stroud, Dak, and Travis Kelce. I didn't take any receivers or running backs in the first 3 rounds.
Savage.
That was that was the mock you did with me, JD. That was this week's mock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Every let them know every week. What time?
Every Monday, bro. Every Monday, Guru Nation live mock draft Monday. Y'all pull up 8:00 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. West Coast. So yeah.
And while we're paying some bills and plugging things right now, pause. Man, shout out to the sponsor of our show.
Oh yeah,
Peacock.com. Check it out, man. He got all that.
Yeah, he got the Guru Nation merch, bro. Y'all need to get this shit, bro.
We do have a pretty nice starting point on topic of fantasy drafts and positions with our own dynasty league. I think what we did is a nice tool to utilize in these types of conversations on like, okay, like if we're gonna break down players where they should be drafted, we could pull up our own dynasty that we just did this season.
That is kind of true. I mean, if
Gen Wealth, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good league. I like everybody that's in there. Shout out to all our listeners.
Shout out to
the
GW.
We're all in there, all 5 of us on screen, plus
and we got people in
there.
We got Tino. We got
in that thing.
Yeah, we would have had Peacock.
Me and Tina are going up against.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
I think there was unfortunately there was I think there was.
He's the one who's got Chubb.
He was busy. I know. Peacock was busy that week because
he was busy. Yeah, he's in the other one. He's in the nice guys. The other joint.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's a serious league, guys. We dropped 200 to enter this one, so you know.
Yeah, this is no joke. Yeah.
We don't play around.
Yeah, so the
take some bum ass $50 league. This is a real. You got to put your money where your mouth is. So yeah, shout out to everyone in the Gen Wealth Dynasty. But one more I'd like to discuss before we go to the Vikings. Seem to be coming up a lot tonight. Shout out to another one of our savages, Minnesota Dennis, who's in that league.
What up, Dennis?
So, but anyway, the last one I want to talk about before we get to the offensive rankings, TJ Hawkinson more than likely headed to that PUP, bro. I mentioned Josh Oliver as a dirty late sleeper. That could maybe be something because, man, with this, he's another one with multiple ligament tears, and unfortunately, his injury occurred really late in the season to where he might miss half the game. So,
my advice for Dynasty is if you have him and you get a blurb where he's on the sideline doing individual drills, that's enough for me to flip him. I'm like, oh, yeah, see, look at him. He's on the way. You know what I mean? Like, but being on the PUP, that means you're not going to be doing zero. So that's not happening in the training camp. You're probably going to have to wait to read some blurbs like that, maybe preseason. Outside of that, he's probably going to stretch. It's probably going to stretch out to the year and be. And
he's looking at week 10 to 14 to come back.
Wow, that's what they're saying. I was thinking
10 to 14,
9 or 10. I mean, okay. Yeah, I don't think Hawkinson is going to be a part of anyone's campaign this year. Yeah, and Hawkinson. It sucks because I was never a Hawkinson guy until he got with Cousins, and now he's not with Cousins, even if he was healthy. I don't know how much of a Hawkinson guy would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just like, now that he's, JJ McCarthy, we don't really know because he wasn't really unleashed in college. Like, they kind of kept the leash on him, so we don't really know, like, what does he really like to target out there? I mean, we know he's going to target Jettis, but I mean, I'm just like, although I will say this, Oh, never mind. I was like, Safe Space Sam. I bet Safe Space Sam Darnold would pepper Hawkinson, but I feel like by the time Hawkinson comes back, it's going to already be J.J. McCarthy's season. Yep. So, yeah, for redraft, I would just assume, like, if you have the IR space, though, I mean, if you take Hawkinson, they just stick him in that IR space. Yeah. But that's the only way, though, because
he's a playmaker.
Definitely.
If you can bring him into your lineup when it matters the most, you're going to be stoked.
Yeah, because I think by fantasy playoff time, he'll be a tight end one again by fantasy playoff time. Yeah, he'll be a tight end one again by like week 12 or so. But a lot of times, most standard leagues only have one IR. But if you're in like a deeper league, like we do the deep degenerate joints, you're in those. I mean, yeah, for sure. Just keep.
Yeah, we're excited to pick up a Josh Oliver when you're in those deep leagues.
Yeah,
hell yeah, I got Josh Oliver.
Yeah, because I mean, shit, that can be a difference maker, man. Another one that's set to be on the PUP, but they're saying another one of my Saints, Joanna Man Johnson. But I think he'll be ready. They're saying
that's still a good late round target. I picked him up on a waiver wire after a draft, and I spent a lot of my fab just to be able to say that I could have Juwan Johnson.
Hey, yeah, man. I mean, he's got potential. He had good chemistry with Derek Carr. So, and another one that's likely headed to PUP. Well, for sure, he's gonna miss games because he had a late in season injury. Is Tyler Higbee.
Oh yeah, big old Higgs. Yep, and there's a lot of hype coming in on what's the other bruh? CP.
Colby he's Parkinson. Looking at a week 10 return.
Colby.
Yeah, they gave Colby a pretty good bag, so it's like, And we discussed Olave already, Derek. It was a back injury, but he should be good. I think they're just giving him veterans maintenance type shit. He'll be fine.
Hey, to go back on the Hawkinson, bro, in the 12-team one quarterback league, bro, he going in the 13th round, bro. That's a damn near a free pick, bro. 100%.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a free pick.
Free fucking pick, bro. On everything. Why not?
And if he comes, and here's the thing: it's like if and when he does come back, going back to what I was saying, how naturally when you got a rookie QB, you're gonna lean on the run game. They also tend to use tight ends as a safety valve. So, I mean, if we can get them in the fantasy playoffs, I'm pretty sure if you were dealing with shitty tight ends all year and just streaming shit, and then you had that Hawkinson pack in the IR and he got going, we're throwing him in the lineup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
It's like that year we had the new Coppin suspended, and then we threw him in that lineup, and he was good.
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember telling everybody, don't be scared, too. He came back on a Thursday night. I was like, throw him in there.
He killed my Saints on that Thursday night. Yeah, I remember that.
He had about like 12, 13 targets. I was like, there's no way he's not coming back, and they're just peppering his ass. Like,
he killed us, bro. Yep. So, anyway, yeah, that's about it as far as fantasy relevant name. I mean, Corky Kirk Cousins probably going to get placed on it, but it's like, Corky Kirk's going to be fine. You check this out. I was doing some research yesterday on combined yards, because I know you like to reference that stat, JD. Combined rushing and passing yards. And Corky Kirk Cousins last year on a per 17 game basis, he was pacing to lead the NFL in combined passing and rushing yards. Y'all want to know the number or what his combined was?
Let me guess.
What was it combined?
Yeah, just guess.
Okay, give me 5,500 passing yards. Okay.
Not that much, but it was over 5,000.
Okay, give me 52.
Oh, wow.
5,006.
5,006. Let's go.
But he led the league, bro. That led the league because number 2 on the list was CJ Stroud, 48-45.
Wow.
Shout out to CJ Stroud.
How many games did Stroud miss? 3?
2, I think.
2. Wow.
And he was pacing for number 2. Josh Allen was number 3. Wait. Give me one. Oh, no, wait. My bad. It was actually Mahomes number 2, 48-57. Hurts was 3rd. Stroud was 3rd, 48-45. So Mahomes was second.
Offense.
This is total everything. The reason Mahomes was not as good for fantasy last year wasn't because of the yards, it was the touchdowns. He only had 29 touchdowns combined.
That is true.
Where Allen had 44 combined tugs. Hurts had 38 combined tugs. Same with Dak. That's why them mother. And also, Corky Kirk was pacing for 38 combined tugs.
Let's
on
go.
top of the 5,000 yards, bruh. Kamara's fine. So, he posted on his Instagram of himself in Saints gear. He's fine.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that post. I like that though.
Yeah, he's
I like hearing that.
He's fine. But yeah, Kirk Cousins though, y'all. I mean, he's gonna be that potential league-winning QB because you could get him so late in these joints, and he's coming off the Achilles. These old people are gonna be like, Kirk Cousins, fuck him. Falcons, they're always a disaster. But I mean, who cares if they're a disaster in real life? We need this for fantasy. And Kirk Cousins, man, he's a fantasy darling, man. He always comes through in fantasy. He's like Phillip Rivers. He's like the new Phillip Rivers.
Mm.
Remember, I mean, Lee knows. I mean, the Chargers guy, Phillip Rivers was a
Phillip Rivers was like a 25, 27 touchdown guy. You know what I mean?
Well, Kirkden's a better version of that.
Yeah, yes, probably is. So, yeah.
I just remember Phillip Rivers being a hitter in like 2012 or so. Like, he was fucking.
2012,
yeah, they had the number one offense, right?
Yeah, I mean, Phillip Rivers was a savage. I mean, Drew Brees was really good back then. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers, Brady, Manning. But Phillip Rivers was the guy that he would be the one that wouldn't be that far from them. He'd be like pacing pretty. So he was the cheap.
He was the cheap.
It was probably Roethlisberger was.
Oh yeah, and Big Ben was pretty nice back then. Yeah,
and even Matt Ryan had a few seasons.
Matt Ryan, yep.
There was a little
Matt Stafford, yep.
Yeah,
Stafford was throwing for 5,000, right?
Yeah, that was the golden age of the pocket passer, bro.
Exactly.
Wow,
that was. They had like 1 year, they had like 4 or 5 guys throw for 5,000.
Peyton Manning in 2012, 13, and 14, he was just fucking insane.
Yeah, with Denver, bro. Yeah, I think it was 2011. That was the year Manning got hurt. But they had that year. It was Russell 4. Yeah, Dangerous, Eli. I mean, they had like 4 5,000 passers. I think it was like Breeze, Brady, Big Ben, and Rivers. Was it Rivers?
I don't think
Stafford. It was Stafford, I think. I think it was Breeze, Brady, Stafford, and Ben.
Yeah.
Like, I think all had. I'm going to fact check myself.
And it might not have been. What year is this?
2011, bro. That's the year Breeze set the single season passing yards record. I'm trying to figure it out here because I want to get it right, for the audience and everybody.
What are you talking about, 2012?
No, 2012 was the year of Adrian Peterson. Yeah. That was the year of the running back kind of came back.
He came off
2011 was the year of the quarterback.
2011.
HGH was the key, bro.
Okay, yeah, it was 3. It was Breeze, Brady, Staffy that had over 5,000. Yeah. And also Aaron Rodgers threw 45 tugs that year.
Eli Manning himself had 4,900.
Yeah, so Eli Manning wasn't far behind. Phillip Rivers had 46. They had 6 guys with over 4,500, and they had 10 with. Cam Newton even threw for 4,000 that year. Cam, Big Ben, Matt Ryan, Tony Romo, Phillip Rivers, Rodgers, Eli, Stafford, Brady, Breeze, all over 4,000. Wow, that's crazy.
And what year was Cam's Super Bowl year? 15?
2015.
Yeah, 15. Yeah. That was his MVP season.
MVP year. Yeah.
Great run.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was and it was funny because that was the year they started testing for HGH.
Yep.
And so Peyton Manning came back. He just was not him, bro. They ended up winning.
Wait, no, he was hurt that season. He
had the plantar fascia, but I'm just saying though. See, if he would have had the plantar fascia the year before that, they hit him with the HGH. It was fine.
Faster. His injury would have.
Yeah, he probably took the HGH to get back from that fucking neck shit. Because in the next year, bro, he was a hitter. Peyton Manning was a hitter. 2012, he killed it.
Hell yeah, bro. That was the year the Ravens knocked them out in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. And that's the year that was the Ray Lewis year, I think.
Yeah, it was the hurrah, the last ride.
The last hurrah, the last dance for Ray Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that was the playoff run where Joe Flacco, he had a Joe Montana.
They carried him, yep.
He had a
Flacco, bro. He carried
that team.
He threw no picks. He threw all the fucking touchdowns, and they were all bombs. Like, remember Torrey Wilson and Anquan Bolden were just killing.
Oh yeah, Torrey Smith. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Torrey Smith. Who did I say? Torrey Wilson.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Is that the bitch that used to bend over in the WWF? Oh no, that was Stacy Keebler. That was Stacy Keebler.
Yeah, thank you. Oh,
Yeah,
well, there was a Tori Wilson in the.
Yeah, she was the other one that kind of hurt in the face, but yeah. But
man,
Tori Smith, that's who it was.
Yep, Tori Smith, yep. Yeah, so I mean, it's one of them deals to where I don't know where I was going. I was just talking about like with the quarterbacks. That was just the year of the QB. Where now, I guess to circle back on now, to get back on the rails here. Now it's just like these QBs, bro. It's just
coming off of.
The key to the QB now is to just, I mean, Corky Kirk's an exception here now as far as like in Dak, where like the key now tends to be is like JD says the combine. Who has the most combined, and it's like guys like, I mean, who can get 4,000 combined? This is the list of guys with over 4,000 combined from last year. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, CJ Stroud, Dak, and this was pacing, by the way. This is who was pacing for that. Joe Burrow, Kyler, Jordan Love, the Brock, Tua, Goffle, Herbert, T-Law, Corky Kirk, Staffy, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, Justin Fields, and this is the last one, I promise. Sam the Wolf Howell.
Let's go. I was about to say, where's the Wolf?
He made it. He
threw for 4,000 alone. You know what I mean?
Yep, he almost threw for 4,000. It was his rushing.
Okay, my bad.
He had like 39.99 or something.
Yeah, that's right.
But he was right there. I'll let you fly. But yeah, it's like
I love the Wolf.
Oh, okay. Good question here from Peacock before we move on to the next topic. CJ Stroud, sophomore slump, or Bryce Young breakout season? What is more likely to happen? Shit, probably CJ Stroud sophomore slump.
I'm gonna say a Bryce Young's
likely.
I'm gonna say Bryce Young.
I don't think Stroud.
Neither one is likely. I mean, Stroud and all of his weapons, I don't think is gonna have much of a sophomore slump. And then Bryce Young, I mean, but as far he'll definitely. I will say this. I think Bryce Young's numbers will improve more than CJ Stroud's will drop off.
Yeah,
that's
it can't be worse than last year.
Yeah, because he was. It was a shit show over there, bro.
Is that why?
Yeah, he has nowhere to go but up. Nowhere to go. He was speaking of guys pacing. Bryce Young only pays for 3,326 and 12 tugs. Garbage.
Shitty fucking
garbage. Yeah, they were though. But Dave Canales, he'll.
I think Canales is gonna be a big book.
You gotta say it like this, Canales.
I think Bryce will hit for about 4,000 combined this year because he can get like 200-300 rushing. So he'll probably throw for like 3,600.
Trick question.
Yeah. I took him in the Gen Wealth. I hope he's not a bust. Shit. Yeah, well, he's only my third QB, so it's like, although my second QB is pretty shaky there with Watson. So I just need one of them to hit. If one of them busts, I just need one to be served.
Hey, you can come get Matt Stafford, bro. You can send Bryce, just send something else.
For sure. Yeah, I just said that Dynasty, it's like Stafford, he's got the clock's ticking, but
your third quarterback, you say it's shaky too. Your quarterbacks are shaky.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, because you're good. You got Kyler and old boy. Who'd you get? Hurts or Stroud? You got Stroud.
Oh yeah, you got the Stroud.
Yeah, you got the Stroud. I got the Mahomes pack. I got the Mahomes, and I almost took Jaden, but I took Marv Jr. I have the triple threat. Marv Jr., Olave, and Waddle, which I love, but it's like, as a result, I had to sacrifice a little bit at QB. But yeah, it's all good. We can talk trades in a bit, but let's move on to that next topic, fellas. It was the offenses, y'all.
Throw the show sheet out. We're just gonna have a big trade session right now.
All right, JD, I'm gonna throw you Marv Jr., Bryce Young.
Everybody's on the block right now. No, I'm just playing with you. Go ahead.
I know you wanted that Marv Jr. pack off me, so we might be able to work on that. As of now, I'm not trading him, but I mean, if the offer's right, anyone's tradable. I'll just leave it.
You ain't lying. Put that on a T-shirt. If the offer's right,
100%.
You can have me.
Yeah, because I mean, all right, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, if someone offers me like 10 of their starters, I'll be like, yeah, sure, you can have Patrick Mahomes.
This guy's really building for the future. Oh, he's like, you know what? I'm rebuilding. Building around
They give me all the veterans. I'm like, all right, I'll take all. It's all about value. But speaking of value, offenses, man. But Lee, I'll shout out to Lee for sending that list yesterday. I was kind of inspired to make my own offensive rankings list because this list was the list Lee sent was this strictly a financial based list on who are the most expensive to the least expensive offenses. And my two biggest takeaways from that list was, how the hell are the New York Giants the sixth most expensive offense? They freaking suck. And this is the craziest takeaway to me was, how are the Green Bay Packers not just the top 5 cheapest, but the cheapest offense, 32nd offense as far as money? It was insane to me. But go ahead, Bogey.
It's because they're also the youngest team. Remember when they were in the playoffs last year? Like, it's one of the youngest recorded teams.
Give them a ding because all their guys
didn't pay that much.
I started thinking about it, and I'm like, all their guys are on rookie contracts. Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Davian Wick, Romeo Dobbs, all on rookie deals. The only veteran that they're paying over there really is Josh Jacobs. And I mean, he's a running back, so it's not that expensive.
Which they can get out of that contract this year anyways.
Exactly. And in their O-line, it's like, I'm not as familiar with the O-linemen, but I'm guessing all their O-linemen are young and on cheap deals because, man, that's just crazy to me. Like, and Jay Love, he's on the 5th year this year, so he's a little more expensive. But still, great drafting by them. It's scary how good they could be because it just goes to show, even after they paid Jay Love, they'll still have money to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
So they could only get better. But anyway, offensive rankings, y'all. This was my list. I'll start off with my. We'll go. How many of y'all want me to rattle off before y'all start reacting?
We should do them by 8s, so we
8s. Okay, that'd be 4 groups. All right,
10 points for the math.
all right. So y'all want to do? Y'all want
to go every 4 and do 8 of those.
Well, we're kind of. I gotta get on the road here again in a little bit, so I won't be able to do that. We'll go by 8. So y'all want to go top to bottom, bottom to top. How y'all want to play this?
Let's go from the bottom to the top.
Okay, bottom to the top. So we'll go 32 through 25.
There you go.
All right, so here we go, y'all. The 32 ranked offense, in my humble opinion. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the first ever in my humble opinion segment.
Yeah,
it's kind of a little preview to what we're gonna be doing on the In My Humble Opinion show, launching in August. So there's just a little snippet. But anyway, let's get it going. Number 32, in my humble opinion, the New England Patriots. Number 31, the Carolina Panthers. Number 30, the New York Giants. Number 29, the Las Vegas Raiders. Number 28, the Tennessee Titans. Number 27, the Denver Broncos. Number 26, the Minnesota Vikings. And number 25, the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. Right out the gate, I agree with all of them until the Seattle and Vikings. I think just because of their personnel, they're going to be closer to the top half. I would say 15 range. That I think they can easily be 10 spots higher. But then I want to highlight real quick the Giants thing because I still feel they could be one of the bottom 3 offenses, and Malik Neighbors could still finish as a WR1 because he's going to get all of it.
He's all they got. Yeah, he'd get it all. Yeah, just like the way he wasn't one, but Garrett Wilson last year, despite the Jets being really shitty, he was still at least a WR2. That's how I see Malik Neighbors doing this year. I see him having a season similar to what Garrett Wilson had this past year. Not going to be many tugs, probably. It's going to probably be like 80, 90 catches, over 1,000 yards, 4 or 5, maybe 6 tugs if we're lucky.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got to think if he do stay healthy, this is a little bit better than DeVito and fucking what's my boy name that got poked up in the chest and
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
Ramrod.
Yeah.
I would love to watch Malik Neighbors actually become a thing for fantasy because I know people are going up and drafting him as a probably a WR2 in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and I think he could be back in WR1 if he hits for about 1,200 and like 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, because the talk was, is Malik Neighbors really going to be the best receiver in this class? And I was on one of those teams that were.
Yeah, you were on that side.
Was the better better receiver. I just like the ability to create space because of his route running ability, not so much as his like oh, okay, he's got the long arms, he's got the height, he's got the ability to just kind of like be bigger than the defensive back that he's going up against. I think Neighbors is just kind of filthy when it comes to the route running, and
He's
and
gross.
and he had a lot of competition when you think about it. It's like uh, that Washington team was chock full of really good receivers, and he's the guy that was kind of like the alpha in a system that had like 3 or 4 alphas.
You talking about an LSU? You mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, because Brian Thomas was a dog too.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the third guy they had over there?
Hmm?
You
Oh,
talking about
last year, yeah. Well, they didn't really.
LSU, right?
Well, the thing was with them, I mean, they had the Kyron Lacey. You know, he was
Okay, there you
good.
go.
He'll be
That was
their
good.
one
He
this
made the
year. He
play.
could really break out.
Yeah.
Also, their tight end good, Mason Taylor. So they didn't really have like a three that was
solid
like they didn't
three.
really
Okay.
have a another 1,000-yard guy. But I mean, they had the big hitters there. So this year though, they could have some new guys step in. They have like Aaron Anderson's one to watch, Chris Hilton. There's a whole slew of guys. So.
Who's that QB we should look out for over there?
Garrett Nussmeier, Doug Nussmeier's son.
The
He's more of a
Nussmeier.
pocket passer. He's not much of a runner like Jaden was, but I mean the Nuss, bro. You know, I think the Nuss could be pretty good. You know, he's not going to be as dynamic as Jaden, but I mean it's still the same offense. You know, the same play callers over there. And
That offense has been proven.
Facts. You know, ever since
Right
Joe
and true.
Burrow, man, it's been an elite offense. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see, but yeah, I mean, it's like it's just to me, my take on it is like, man, I hate it. Like for example, the Titans at 28 is like I feel like the Titans could be much better than that, but it's just like I mean, this goes to show. I mean, there's just so many good offenses. I mean, because check out 24-17 here. We got, I mean, my Saints at 24. I got the Steelers at 23, Cardinals at 22, Jets at 21, Bucks at 20. Commandos at 19, Colts at 18, Chargers at 17.
Yeah, my take is just a little high on Washington. I understand why you high, but all those teams that you just mentioned, they all could be up there with the bottom tier of the first 15. 100%. Mogi said they could jump right up there to that 13 to 15 range. 100%.
Yeah.
What was that? 5 teams you just named, 24 through 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got through the first. Yeah, 17 through 30. Yeah, it is 17 through 24. Yep.
Yeah.
24 through 17. Those were the teams that you just named off right now, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also you think the Commandos are a little high. I mean, they were balling last year though, and they got Cliff Kingsbury as their OC. That's why I'm a little higher on them than the consensus.
I ain't gonna lie with you. I'm really high on Washington.
Because I mean, I'm like with the kid Jaden Daniels. I mean, we're just talking about LSU. I mean, the kid Jaden Daniels, bro. I mean, I think that kid could be special.
I agree with you too. Can I ask you? Is there a little bit of LSU bias? Come on,
I don't think so though, because look at what the Wolf did last year, and it's Cliff Kingsbury.
It is with Kingsbury.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really feel like I'm thinking. It's not like I have them in the top 16.
No, I understand that, but they only scored 19. They only averaged 19.5 points last year. So you for them to go up to a top 17 offense, you think they're good for another 10 points per game, maybe 8 points per game to get 25.
They got 19. I got them 19. But
I mean, the league average? What was the league average last year in total points scored?
It was kind of down last year, bro. Defense just kind of came back. Okay. Let me see what the league average.
That's a good. I like this exercise we're doing right here because it's starting to make. Because when I look at those bottom 8 teams, my bad, JD. When I look at those bottom 8 teams, I start seeing all these little cheap value I'm going to get in fantasy of different guys from different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, JD. What were you going to say?
I was going to say the top 10 offensive teams last year, the bottom 3, they were at 23.8. 23.6, 23.3.
So I was close. I thought it was 22 was the league average.
It was 21.8 average, Spencer.
Okay, 21.8. All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So the Commandos to get to that point, what they have last year, 19.4. The league average 20. I mean, they'd only need to average. I mean, yeah, it's a good amount more, but it's like I think it's just attainable.
Okay, let's get to the top half here.
All right, the next up is Lee. What were your thoughts on me having the Chargers at 17?
They're right about on par. On par there.
All right. Just want to make
sure.
I'm
look at
fair.
I think that's actually pretty generous too.
It's generous because they're young, but I think next year we can move up to the next bracket.
For sure. All right, well, here's that next bracket, y'all. 16, the Bears. 15, the Jaguars. 14, the Browns. 13, the Falcons. 12, the Bengals. 11, the Packers. 10, the Texans. Shout out to Peacock. And 9, the Rams.
Okay. Huh.
And this is all this, in my humble opinion.
Sure. I'm just trying to think where I'm just trying to nitpick where I would move things around. Yeah. I hate the Rams so with a passion. Hate them
because they're in the division.
Hold on, my bad. I almost blacked out there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Rams.
It's Sean McVay though, and they got the PUP.
They're so good. They're a top 5 offense if everyone's healthy all year.
Oh, okay. You're going top. Wow,
everybody's healthy all year. They're a top 5 offense. Like 5 at minimum.
That's the thing. It's like you want to move people up. Like I feel like I was shortchanging my Saints at 24, but it's like who do I move them up above? It's like it's just
we'll get when we get to the next half. I'll see where I would swap the Rams with. You know what I mean? Because
honestly, I might move this fan. Fuck the Steelers, man. I should put the Saints over the Steelers. Fuck Arthur Smith.
Put the Saints over the Steelers 100%.
Yeah, I was probably giving the Steelers, but I mean the thing with the Steelers, it's like Arthur Smith as an OC was pretty good with the
damn good.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like the Steelers. I'd feel kind of like, but I mean, it's just like the Seahawks and the Vikings. It's like I could move up, but then it's like who do you move down? I mean, the Cardinals. I mean, I don't want to move them down. I mean, the Bucks. Like I feel like someone's gonna get this. Someone
the Seahawks has to be a better offense than the Cardinals. I think
someone is gonna get disrespected. There's not everyone can get love because I mean it's like not everyone can be top half, bro. There's gonna that's why I feel like this list was really fun and also really challenging for me. Because
I'm glad you made the list because my list would have been so I would have gave up. I would have been still switching things around on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm lit. Shit, I'm still switching things around as we speak in a way, but I'm just like, you gotta be, that's why I always get on my dad because he's always, he said about the GOAT. I'm like, all right, rank the quarterbacks. He's like, well, it's just, I'm like, just make a damn list, dog. Just make a.
Hey, we gotta get your dad on the show, bro. Your dad is awesome.
He wants to come on.
That Bogart on the phone.
Yeah, he wants to come on. He's always like, let Bogart. I told him we started this new network. He's like, oh yeah, Bogart. He said I could come on. Let me know. He wants to come on, bro.
Hey, my word is bond. Bring Bob's on.
Yeah, and he gets on one, bro. He's on one, bro. It's crazy. So anyway, let's any more thoughts before we move on to the top 8?
Was Indy in that bracket?
No, they were in the other one. I had Indy at 18.
I think Indy. I mean, man, dude, it's so crazy because if that thing starts clicking, like
exactly.
This is the architect of Jalen Hurts MVP type outing. Remember that? And it's just
They averaged 23 points per game.
That's what I'm saying. Even without, and that was
with a backup quarterback, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And what can they do with AR? It's gonna be crazy.
And a healthy JT as well.
Yep. That's gonna be a sick lineup.
But you know what's crazy? It's expensive too in fantasy.
Is. No,
it's not cheap to have those guys, except for maybe Pittman's. Like he's affordable. You know what I mean? Like not to say that JT isn't a value actually, because if JT plays all year, he could be a top 3, top 5 finisher at the position, right? But he's still a little pricey. But it makes sense. And then obviously people are kind of drafting AR-15 at his ceiling ish. You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the AR-15 thing, it's like it was just too small of a sample for me to like want to be like they're a top half offense. Because I mean, with the Ginsu, let's be real. I mean, they were serviceable, but they were not that great of an offense. Like, I mean, in total offense last year, they ranked. Well, I mean, scoring-wise, they actually ranked pretty good, 23.3. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying.
Okay, where were they in yards? Let's see. They weren't as good in yards, but I mean, they were still top half. Damn, Shane Steichen, bro. The only
I'm telling you, that's the architect, bro. What happened to Jalen Hurts when Shane Steichen left?
He was still good.
He was good, but he wasn't the MVP caliber guy.
Right. Yeah, that's why they brought in Kellen Moore, you know. So.
Yeah. Remember AJ? Do you remember AJ Brown last year? AJ Brown came out and was like, I want to do what CeeDee Lamb is doing. He said it straight up, like, and then they went and brought in a guy who did well with CeeDee Lamb and Kellen Moore. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, and I had a sneak peek of it. I like where you have the Eagles, by the way, but we'll get to that in a few.
All right, Joe. Let's see the top 8, y'all. Here we go. The top 8. Number 8, Buffalo Bills. Number 7, Dallas Cowboys. Number 6, Miami Dolphins. Number 5, the Detroit Lions. Number 4, Kansas City Chiefs. Number 3, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 2, Baltimore Ravens. And number 1, bang, bang, San Francisco 49ers.
You hear me, football gods? He put him at number 1, not me.
So don't jinx it.
Okay, football gods.
I mean, y'all check all the boxes, bro. Strong line, strong weapons. I mean,
I like that you're saying you're not me. Let's go.
I mean, y'all don't really have any flaws. Honestly, the thing that kind of concerns me about y'all is the defense. I feel like y'all's defense isn't
that's
quite
only
as
going to make us
strong
more productive on offense if our defense is giving up points. You know what I mean?
Right, and then y'all got the new DC, so I'm a little worried about y'all's defense, but offensively, I don't see y'all missing a beat. So, yeah, I got y'all on the Ravens. You know, I was a little leery about putting them that high, but I mean, they just brought in the King Henry, bro. I mean, y'all just say about the 20-piece of McNuggets. I mean, if he hits for that, they're going to be a top 5 offense again for sure. And I mean, Lamar slimmed down. He might be more dangerous. The weapons, you know, if a healthy Mark Andrews, they'll have enough weapons like Isaiah Likely.
Everybody in their second year. The offense.
Yep, new offense, but it'd be second year, so not quite as unfamiliar. The offensive line, they lost a couple guys, but that's John Harbaugh, bro. They breed offensive linemen like they had a fucking factory. They could just stick anybody. If he's 6'5", 300 pounds, we'll put him there. John Harbaugh will coach him up. So that is, you know, with Lee, you know, that's what the Jim Harbaugh's been preaching there at the Chargers, that strong O-line. So the Harbaughs know how to develop a front 5.
They sure do.
That's and same with the Eagles, bro. I mean, look at the Eagles. I mean, that front 5's loaded. Saquon, they brought in Saquon now. They got AJ and Devontae, Jalen Hurts, the Kellen Moore should help. I mean, that offense, even though if Kellen Moore, I know he was kind of a flop with the Chargers, but I mean, he's got no excuses now. I mean, with the Eagles, he's got it all handed to him to where that should be a top 5 offense. On paper, that's a top 5 offense. So if they don't, you know, live up to that, then they'll probably be on their 3rd offensive coordinator in as many years come this time next year. And then I put the Chiefs in there. I know they had a down year last year statistically, but I just feel like when you got the GOAT Patrick Mahomes, it's like, you got to put respect on that. And they added the new weapons there. Hollywood Brown should help boost them. The rookie Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice. I know he'll probably get popped, but, you know, I think he'll come back. And then Pacheco, you know, Pacheco's developing into a dog. So, like,
I saw an interview with Patrick Mahomes yesterday. And Patrick Mahomes, they said, well, what should we expect out of the offense this year? He says, well, it was a down year. And that's what we're really emphasizing this year. And I know he means that because, they won a Super Bowl and the defense and all the run game, everything was working. But he likes to get his. He likes to be the guy. You know, main character syndrome is a real thing. That's what makes the GOATs. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we got to get it because of me. So I like where you have him at 4 because that's generous too. Like, I mean, if they look like the Patrick Mahomes in them of that we're actually used to, they're top 3 finisher. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I got to put it in the Lions at 5, bro. I mean, we were just talking about that before the show, Bogey, about I was giving you a little sneak preview to listen. I was just like, I got to put the Lions up there because they've got it all. I mean, they're so well balanced. I mean, they got Goff, Monty, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Laporta, Jameson in there. Look at their O-line, Panay Sewell and all them boys. I mean, they've got
Eric Decker and fucking
Taylor Decker, Panay Sewell, Frank Ragnow. I mean, those are just and then the 2 guards are good too. I mean, they're just. I mean, they have no holes on that team.
Damn, I hate them.
I love it.
I mean, think of it. Their starting 11 is all studs. Goff, the 2 backs, Amon-Ra, Jameson, Laporta. That's your 6 skills. And then your offensive, I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, you can make a case that I could maybe put them above the Eagles because it's like with the Lions, you've got the continuity with Ben Johnson State. That's another huge factor with them. They were somehow able to keep Ben Johnson. Well, I think it's because the teams weren't willing to pay him enough. He was wanting that big money.
And I think he didn't like the exact situation that he might have been going to in Atlanta because that and or Washington. But yeah, you know what? That's why I respect Ben Johnson. He was like, listen, I'm
loyal to Dan Campbell, man. People go to war for Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
He's a leader of men for real. So, like, yeah, I'm, I think that, and then the Dolphins.
He'll cry for real, huh? And he'll get up there and cry after a loss. He's like,
he'll cry and be like,
he'll feel everyone's pain.
Look, bro, you see how he brought it out in Jamal Williams when they had the motherfucking
real men cry, bro.
No, exactly. He understands emotions. Like he understands, there's moments that require that, but then once you get through it and you're all right, now it's back to biting kneecaps. I mean, he understands it, bro. I mean, it's like, yeah, Dan Campbell gets it. And then, the Dolphins, then you got the character that's kind of the opposite of that with Mike McDaniel, the man that feels no emotion, the man that's just, he just brushes everything off as if nothing matters. But the bottom line is the dude's a fucking offensive genius. And, I mean, he's got all the weapons, a great run game at Mostert and A-Chain. Two great weapons with Hill and Waddle, and then the tuna fish back there led the league in passing. So I know this offense hasn't showed much in the playoffs. If they want to go far, they're going to have to step up in cold weather. But, I mean, as long as they're in decent weather, this is one of the best offenses for sure.
That is kind of crazy, huh? Because that weather will stagnate the fuck out.
Yeah, they've got to get better about that, man, if they want to ever get past the first round.
How do you it's crazy because even for something like Tua, do you remember going all the way back to the draft? His draft class. Remember, his family came out and was like, he's not going to play anywhere cold
weather. Yeah.
Remember
he's Hawaiian, I think. So yeah,
because the family was going to move too, but there was the one saying it, not him. It was like,
well, the good thing, they just didn't want Cincinnati, like the Chargers or the Dolphins. Either of those would work.
But also, Detroit was rumored to jump up. And
really?
And that was the whole reason why they came out. Was like, he's not playing anywhere cold.
They play at a dome, though. That don't matter.
I'm talking about family living. Like,
the family. They didn't want to live there.
His family didn't even want to live anywhere cold.
Man, y'all being ridiculous, man. Y'all hunting the kids' growth, bro.
Yeah, and then boom, they're like, all right. Because they wanted LA
or
Miami.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted.
Hey, once you live in paradise, you're going to always want to live in paradise.
Yeah, you ain't want to go
back. Yeah.
Leaving so
hey, let me go back to Minnesota. No offense, Dennis. I'm just like, imagine, like, you know what? Let's go back to the tundra.
Yeah, build character. Let's go back to the swamp where I'm at. Let's go back to the swamp. I tell you, living here, you do build character living down here, bro. Because fuck, I say ever since I got back from the Northeast, bro, I've been getting kicked in the nuts every day since I got back. It's been rough, but we're making it work. So, but yeah, then the Cowboys, bro. Shout out to Derek. It's like I know they were number one offense last year, but I couldn't put them top 5 because the run game, man. They've got a big ass gaping hole back there in the backfield to where it's like I couldn't.
Hey man, Rico Suave, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Although it's like one of those things, if they could get someone to trade that deadline, like an Aaron Jones or something.
Rico. Suave.
Everything.
Yeah,
I'm about to start wearing button-up shirts and button them down though. Like, I'm getting a real Rico like.
And then the Bills, Allen the Stallion. It's like,
oh shit! Y'all want to know a fun fact? That Rico Suave motherfucker, I think he's related. He's a brothers with one of them in Cypress Hill.
Is that right?
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy?
Well, I mean, he with the shit because they from where they from.
Yeah, they from where they from for real though.
Oh,
Rico.
Rico Suave. Rico Suave. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, then the last one on here, the Bill, is just with Stallion. It's like, yeah, he's great, but is it gonna be one of those things where he's gonna be having to do too much because they don't have enough around him? It's like, Keon could be nice, but it's like Curtis is what he is. Khalil Shakir is kind of it. Dalton Kincaid could be really good. That's why I still feel like they are definitely a top quarter offense. I still think they're top 8, but I mean, they just don't have quite enough firepower for me to put them above
Where
the
have they
7
been
I just
finishing
mentioned.
with Stephon Diggs? Where have they been finishing in total offense? Like, I'm curious.
They were pretty high. They were 4th in yards last year and 6th in points.
I don't see a lot of it change. Like, we're still gonna get if we get a healthy Josh Allen the entire year, we should be looking at a top 3 finish at minimum. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then all the offense will, because he's probably going to be responsible for about 70% of that offense. I mean, if y'all remember Russell Wilson all those years, 2015, 16, he was, when they didn't have a run game, or when he was part of the main part of the run game as well as the passing game, he was responsible for about 75% of that offensive production. Like, he had a hand in it every time. You know what I mean? If it wasn't him, it was the kicker. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about Josh Allen this year.
Yeah, he's going to go crazy. So, yeah, it's just, I mean, who are we going to put them above? Because it's like, I mean, the Cowboys, Dolphins, Lions, Chiefs, Eagles, Ravens, 49ers.
Do you think, okay, how many yards do you think he gets on the ground?
Better than the Cowboys. That's easy for me. Because
I would
Bills over Cowboys. All right, I can rock with that.
Yeah. Because just to go back to your argument earlier too, Spencer, is like when you minus the run game that they kind of lack right now, we're talking about Dallas, we're not talking about that when it comes to Buffalo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, James Cook and the Stallion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm with y'all now. I'm going to put Dallas. Yeah. I mean, Buffalo over Dallas. And speaking of that, I just thought of a show concept idea here on the fly, live power meeting. I just thought we need to do these lists more and just do it to where we all come up with a list, and then we'll blind reveal. We'll each have a list, and then we'll reveal all our lists live, and then we'll react.
I like doing lists.
Yeah, lists are fun. You know, they're easy for the the audience to relate to and shit. You know, and I love doing them because I'm an analytical freak. I like to just study everything and overanalyze everything. So, like, yeah, let's do it, bro. I overanalyze it, but I try to limit myself to be like, all right, I've analyzed it. Let's make a list now, and let's call it a day. And then, and then we'll, once I make the list, I'll run it by, the hitters.
No, I mean,
the fellow savages.
Check this out. Me and your history of doing content together, Guru, is actually stems from me scrutinizing your list.
Yeah, mock draft Monday.
Yeah, always. Hey, come on the show and let me scrutinize. And it became like a yearly thing. And like, this is what we're doing now. It's kind of tight because this has actually been our history.
Yeah, because it's like, even if I'm kind of busy and don't have time to post regularly, I'm still making these lists.
You're still making a list.
I'm always making these lists. Like, I live and breathe this shit. Like,
I mean, it's part of your off-season regiment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
what you got to hit the gym hard even in the off season.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, what happened, Tina? What didn't we see?
What's he talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of lost. Oh, they're talking about the list. Well, I mean, the Cowboys. I had them at 7th, but we were gonna switch them in the Bills. But that's it. I mean,
I would even put the Bills. I would put the Bills. And this is me being like not so.
They say they seen us. Don't answer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're all right. So that's good. So the Cowboys fans are both saying they're too high. Okay.
That's
fuck it. Funny. Cowboys 32. Fuck it. Dak sucks.
Okay, now let's play this game. This will be the last exercise on the show.
All right.
When we're looking at this list right here, okay, let's go back to the back tier. Out of that tier, who do you think would jump up and where? Like, who's a dark horse to jump up and where, and how high?
I think we was talking about it earlier. It's Tennessee.
Oh yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yep, I was about to say them. Yep, I was going to say that. Tennessee. I think they could jump up. If the Mayo Man doesn't turn it over too much, I could see them jumping up. I got the Jags at 15. Shit, I could see them being right in that range, like in about that 15, 16 range, if things break right for them. Because I do like Brian Callahan.
Yeah.
The OC, and they've got weaponry there. I just, Pasta, Spears, the running game. It's no King Henry, but I could see a path to them being at least a league average offense.
Okay, what about this next tier?
Oh, the next tier as far as jumping up. I'm gonna see my I mean, honestly, shit, my Saints. If Kubiak's system hits well, then the Colts. If A. Rich and Steichen stick, those would be my two from that 17 to 24 tier.
I'm with you with the Colts and the Saints.
100% with the Colts.
Yeah.
Sure. But the Saints scored like 21 points.
That's what I'm saying. The Saints were a top half offense last year. I might be kind of down on my home team.
I mean, that's the old reverse jinx.
Yeah, facts.
I'm with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, on this next tier, who y'all got? Who in this next tier, who could jump up to be a top 8 offense?
The Texans, bro, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Green Bay, those would probably be my
yeah.
two. And then the Rams, you said the Rams could be top 5.
I hate them all. Except for the Texans. Yeah, they're not in our conference. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, bro.
It's kind of funny because it's all the you look at the thumbprint of Shanahan and Sean McVay, they're all over the place.
Hey, where was Cincinnati ranked?
Oh yeah, that's.
I had them ranked 12th, so yeah, they could move up.
Yeah, they're jumping up for sure. I feel like if you get a healthy Mighty Joe.
The thing I'm concerned though about the Bengals though, they lost Callahan, they lost Mixon, they lost Tyler Boyd.
But they still have the original architect, which is Zach Taylor.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they still got Zach Taylor. They still got.
It is a big loss when you lose Bill Callahan though. Bill Callahan's loss is going to be heavy.
His Pappy, Brian Pappy.
He's patented when it comes to offensive line. Anywhere that man is at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, yeah. He followed his son, and now he's the O-line coach for Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but Bill Callahan, Pappy Bill.
Yeah, old Bill. Look at his history. Anywhere he's been, they got a top 5 offensive line.
He had a great coaching career. He was a freaking
I want to say
he was a Cowboys OC when Tony Romo was a hitter. Then he was
who was that? DeMarco Murray,
Nebraska's head coach, and the Raiders head coach. He was the Raiders head coach after Chucky left.
Yeah,
that's the Super Bowl that they knew.
Yeah, now he was the coach. He was the
used the same playbook as Chucky too.
Head coach. Yeah,
wow, 50-10 or some shit.
Like that. Yeah, they got killed because Chucky knew all the plays.
Oh, everything.
Yep.
Oh shit! They had Chucky playing. They had Chucky in practice playing Rich Gannon.
Oh, everything.
Yeah, this is how they did it.
Crazy.
And he was like, they got the same playbook. This is exactly what they're gonna do.
It was a wrap.
See this? Look out for this. And he was just playing. He was taking the snaps and playing Rich Gannon in practice.
I'll just say, that breakfast beer got to me. Ranking the best to worst offenses. We did worst to best, actually. I messed up.
No, that was me.
Actually, no, this is what happened. You had it right, JD. I actually switched it. I edited it because I thought we were going to go best to worst, but then I asked you, so we're just, my apology. We're still learning on the fly. We're still waking our game up, damn it. So
it's all good.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, we'll I think it'd be a good time to put a ball in this joint. I gotta have to get on the road here again. It never stops, but
JD, let them know.
Shit.
We got a bunch of shit.
100%, man. Like Spencer said, man, coming up, my humble opinion. 100%. Night show. 100%. Wake your game up, man.
Yeah. Wake your game up.
100%, man. Me and Wax got in the studio last night, so I'm doing some editing on the weekend wrap up.
It's the mighty return of the weekend wrap up on the Heart to Start Fantasy Podcast.
Oh yeah, shout out to Wax and Works. They give the isms.
Yeah, they get busy.
Oh my mama. Then orange juice in the blunt for breakfast Saturday morning. Bogey and Slim. Shout out to Bogey and Slim. 100%.
Shout out to Slim.
Oh my mama. And then Smoke Coast Podcast.
That Smoke Coast Podcast was fun.
Shout out to Hefe.
That's Smoke Coast Podcast. Woo.
We're gonna try and put that together here, keep that consistent, and then I'm trying to get back in the lab to do some fantasy content, but it's a lot of content that I gotta edit right now, man.
Yeah, we're kind of back up here. Yeah, I just dropped. QBs. I dropped the QBs joint last night on my channel. Y'all go check that out. It was we did it live, but I cut out the kind of cut the fat and just put highlights from that show. So yeah, y'all go check that out.
100%.
We got it cooking, y'all. We got the food, y'all. We're chefed up, So just come eat, enjoy the meal, bro. We got y'all.
Yeah. and you know what I'm saying, and a big thanks again to our man Kidda and our man Lee, the ear to the streets. You know what I'm saying? They always bringing them good isms. You know what I'm saying? We got a big old fam here, and shout out to our man Miles Peacock and the sponsor of all our joints. You know what I'm saying? NeonPeacockMerch.com. And anywhere you consume your music, man, check me out, Bogart Scott Free. Got the new project dropping soon here. It's called the Trifecta Group album. And check out OMW, the EP. Check out Bruce Wayne, the album. And I got another EP dropping too pretty soon here. Think about calling it Bogeyism or Fletcher Reed. Haven't decided yet. Because if I do the Fletcher Reed thing, me and Peacock can do all kind of dope like liar fucking chops. Because I am Fletcher Reed. I cannot cap.
Oh, God.
Thanks.
I cannot cap.
Yep. Appreciate y'all, man. Yep. Lee's gonna keep bringing the news, so we'll have plenty more news updates. We're gonna try to do this Wakey game up at least 2, maybe 3 times a week. Probably just 2 for now. And then when the season gets going, we'll try to up
we'll start firing up a Sunday thing.
Yeah, the live Q&A for Sunday. Facts.
Yeah, that's a must.
That's a must.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, tune in for that one, y'all. We're gonna save your life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hell yeah. So, all right, y'all. That's gonna do it for this one. Wakey game up. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Everybody have a great weekend.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.